first key to the put-on station can be best described in one word: visibility. It is frequently the first thing a customer will see when they arrive and the last position they will see when they leave. Because of this, it is critical that PO people are ever conscious of appearance, their own and their stations. Many customers base their opinions and impressions of the restaurant on what happens here, so it is the PO person's task to help ensure that this impression is a positive one. And remember, smile. Setup. Proper preparation and setup of the PO station in the morning is essential. You must ensure that the area is presentable, clean, and therefore appetizing. Always start with a clean counter. To begin, the boards must be properly positioned. This is best done by starting with the second far board. Place 3 bowls, the tomatoes, onions, and pickles about 1 inch from the wall. Position the PO board closely to the bowls, placing 2 ketchup bottles, 2 vinegar bottles, salt, pepper, seasoning salt, and burger bags immediately to the left. Leave enough room for 3 carryout trays, then repeat for the first board. Stock the shelves below each board with the following: 10 bottles of mustard and ketchup, 4 to 6 bottles of vinegar, 2 salt and pepper shakers, 2 seasoning salts, 2 bowls of pickles, 2 bowls of tomatoes, 1 bin of onions, 1 case of bags, 1 bowl of relish, 1 bowl of diced tomatoes, 1 knife, and 1 moist J-cloth with Quat 10. Also, at the end of the second board, place 2 or 3 ketchup bottles with portion cups so customers can help themselves. Hygiene. Hygiene cannot be stressed enough, particularly when it comes to this station. Because the nature of this job involves direct contact with food, cleanliness is not only desired, it is demanded. This includes clean hands and nails, pulled back groomed hair, and a well-kept tucked-in shirt and apron. Soiled aprons should be flipped. Wiping hands on aprons should be avoided. Make the effort to keep your apron as clean as possible. Beyond this, the area itself must be continually cleaned. The board and surrounding counter space should be regularly wiped. Handling money is a no-no, as is touching your hair or wiping your face. If this does happen, make sure you wash your hands before carrying on. Procedure. As with every other station in the restaurant, everyone tends to develop his or her own system. However, it should be remembered that these are usually variations on an overall system, and there are certain rules of order that must be obeyed. Of prime importance is the regular replenishing of supplies. Well-stocked bowls of tomatoes, onions, and pickles are infinitely more appealing than half-empty and unattended bowls. Similarly, periodic checks must be made of the vinegar, ketchup, and salt and pepper containers used by the customer. They should always be in good supply, with the surrounding area kept clean. Keep on top of these things. It will make your job easier and, more importantly, go a long way toward leaving a favorable impression with the customer. When working on an order, take pride in what you are doing. This relates not only to the way in which you handle the food, but also the way the food is dressed. Apply mustard and ketchup in an orderly fashion. Use a continuous, circular motion, covering as much of the bun as possible, usually 2 circles of ketchup and 1 of mustard, avoiding a glob of either on the center of the bun. Follow this with a level spoonful of onions, a slice of tomato, and a pickle. Always use the forks and spoons. Never use your fingers. If slices appear to be too small, use 2, but exercise good judgment. Only give more than 1 tomato or pickle if requested specifically by the customer. Relish is not included with everything. If specifically requested, apply 1 spoonful onto the patty. Accuracy and speed need to balance each other. If you are able to handle 2 or 3 orders at a time, do so. But again, don't put yourself in a position from which you cannot recover, particularly when business is slow and replacement hamburgers or hot dogs are not readily available. The goal is to please the customer by completing their order accurately, in a timely manner, and with a smile and a thank you. After a burger has been dressed, it is important to make sure it is neatly packaged and gently placed into the carry-out box. This must be done for two reasons. First, the hamburger must appear presentable. Second, it must be done with an eye on keeping the hamburger hot. By carefully holding the bag over, both of these are served. You can choose to flip the bags closed, flip them towards yourself, away from the customer, just in case a bag is faulty. Quality control. As well as properly dressing items, the PO person must also act as a quality controller. As a final step in completing a customer's order, you must make sure that each order is correctly filled. Check the bill and make sure the quantity and makeup are correct. If something is incorrect, notify the proper person. For example, missing French fries or drinks, no napkins or forks. The key to doing put-ons lies in putting yourself in the customer's position. If something doesn't look right or if it doesn't feel right, respond. Problems are best solved before they occur, and the benefits are worth the effort. Communication also comes into play here. Talk to the customer. Ask if we have forgotten any items when there appears to be a problem, or simply make the effort to speak to the customer. This doesn't mean you have to carry on a running conversation, but a kind word or thoughtful comment does go a long way. Once an order is completed, inform the customer that his or her order is ready. In doing so, make sure that you are giving the right customer the right order. To do this successfully, you must be organized. Be sure to help lift the carry-out boxes and hand the customer their correct order with a smile. Problems. Solving problems can be a difficult task, but it doesn't have to be. Try and spot problems as they occur. But if a customer has to return, draw on your resources. If a customer says he didn't get a certain condiment, you can usually add it onto their hamburger, hot dog, or garden burger. If a customer says he got a certain condiment that he did not want, then dress a new item and notify your CO. Items that are improperly cooked should be brought to the attention of the CO and the chef. Then let them solve it. The same holds true for missed items. Notify the person responsible and then carry on with your work. In short, try to prevent problems when possible. Make the effort to solve those that fall within your means and alert others to problems that you are unable to rectify. One final and important step: apologize. Whether it is our fault 99% of the time or the customer was in the wrong, be apologetic. It may not always work, but it never hurts. Summary. In summary, the role of the PO person is a visible and important one. You are a quality controller, public relations specialist, and troubleshooter rolled into one. The ability to look after both the primary and secondary aspects of the job is essential. Keep in mind, number 1, hygiene, both personal and the surrounding area. Regular spishing is preferred over the occasional wipe and shine. Never leave a PO board without cleaning it completely. Continue to clean your board and station after each set of dressings. Number 2, presentation. Put yourself in the customer's shoes. If something is done that would not meet your standards, it most certainly will fall short of the customer's. Number 3, communication, the great problem solver. Communicate with the customer to prevent or solve a problem, or simply to give them a thoughtful comment or apology. And communicate with your resources, particularly the CO, to ensure high quality and to minimize errors. Number 4, the big picture. Strive to see the big picture and how the PO station fits into it.